What if I told you that one of America's most disturbing serial killer cases isn't ending with a confession, but is now entering a new, chilling phase, where the killer himself may help the FBI understand how monsters are made? Because the story coming out of Long Island right now isn't just about justice, it's about something far deeper: the science of evil. For years, the Gilgo Beach serial killings remained one of the most haunting unsolved mysteries in the United States. Bodies discovered along a remote stretch of beach, victims who were largely overlooked, and a killer who seemed to vanish into ordinary life. But now, that mystery has taken a dramatic turn. Rex Heuermann, a seemingly ordinary architect living a suburban life, has pleaded guilty to murdering 8 women over nearly 2 decades, bringing long-awaited closure to families who had spent years searching for answers. But here's where the story takes an unexpected and unsettling twist. As part of his plea deal, Heuermann has agreed to cooperate with the FBI's Behavioral Analysis Unit, the same elite team responsible for studying the minds of some of history's most dangerous criminals. And these won't be ordinary interrogations. These are what officials call clinical interviews, deep psychological sessions designed not to solve past crimes, but to understand how someone becomes capable of such acts. Think about that for a second. The man responsible for years of fear, suffering, and unanswered questions is now being studied, not just as a criminal, but as a case study. Investigators want to know, what drives someone to live a double life like this? How does a person go from the normal suburban routine to committing repeated acts of violence without detection for years? And this isn't the first time the FBI has done something like this. In the past, infamous killers like Ted Bundy and Edmund Kemper were interviewed extensively to help law enforcement build psychological profiles that would later be used to catch other killers. Now, Heuermann may become part of that same dark legacy, offering insights that could shape how future cases are solved. But there's another layer to this story that makes it even more unsettling. Experts believe there could be more victims. There's a gap in the known timeline of the killings, years where nothing has been officially linked to Heuermann. And investigators aren't ruling out the possibility that those missing years could hide even more crimes. So while the guilty plea brings closure, it doesn't necessarily bring an end. Instead, it opens a new chapter, one where the focus shifts from what happened to why it happened. A chapter where law enforcement isn't just chasing killers, but trying to understand them before they strike again. Because in cases like this, solving the crime is only half the battle. Understanding the mind behind it might be the key to preventing the next one. One thing is clear: viewers will be watching closely, waiting for the full story to finally come out.